Alright, I'll be demonstrating how to take off a seat on a motorcycle which is similar to a lot of other motorcycles. You just take off these two bolts on both sides and the seat comes, or you lift it off. So there's one. Then on the other side. Alright, so when you get the bolts out, you're gonna lift up the back and then pull towards the back of the bike, because there's a lip here and there's a tongue piece right here that fits into there. To work on the engine or spark plug or electrical stuff on a motorcycle, one of the main things you have to do is take off the engine tank, which is this big piece, fuel tank. And the first thing you'll want to do, so we're going to turn off the petcock, fuel petcock, and so you can see off is on the right and reserve is on the left and fuel at the top and on and at the bottom, and you have these little group or arrow pointing, and so you're going to turn that to the right. So now that's off. So now we're going to take off the fuel line, which is this piece off of the fuel petcock, and the way to do that is you're going to push down, not necessarily pull down. So you're just going to pull or push on the edges like that. That will come off. And then you're gonna move up top to these two bolts, and you're just gonna undo those. Then this whole piece just comes right out. Going to be heavy because you have the gas in there. Oh no. Alright, so we removed the seat and the gas tank to get at the spark plug, which is this section here, and this is the spark plug. So now we're going to remove it with this little tool that we have to get at it. But first you're just going to pull this out, just like that. Then you're going to put your tool on it. And before you take the spark plug out, you're going to want to make sure the inside area is clean. And so we vacuumed it out to make sure it was clean. So now you're going to put your tool over it and then just get any wrench and take it out. So now you got your spark plug. Alright, so we have the spark plug out. So here's our old one, and here's our new one. And what you want to do is gap it. And so what you're going to do is get your feeler gauges. So in the book it says you want to gap it between 0.032 and 0.036. And so what I have here is 0.020 and 0.014, and those two added are 0.034. And so you're going to get your new one. And so the first thing you can try is to see if it's already gapped. And this one doesn't fit. So all you're going to do is just kind of bend this back. But obviously you don't want to bend it back too much. So that's the gappage we want. Alright, so now we're going to do a compression test. And so the first step is to put this piece inside where the spark plug was. You're just going to hand tighten that down. Just like that. Then you're going to get the hose pipe thing, put it at the end of that. And then you're going to get the gauge. So you're just going to lift this piece up, remove it back, then slide that in, and that's on. Alright, so we're going to do the compression test. And so we got our compression test connector inside where the spark plug is, or should be. Then all we're going to do is turn on the bike. So that's on. And then I'm going to press the start button, let it turn over a couple times. As you can see here, we got about 90 pounds per square inch. So in the book here, the compression, it says 77 to 124 psi, and we got about 90, so we're good on that. Alright, so now we're gonna install our new spark plug that we have gapped ourselves, our spark plug tool, and then our torque wrench, which is set at 10 foot-pounds. Alright, so now we're going to put it back in, and it goes in like this. It's a good idea to always start it by hand. Then you can get you the spark plug tool. So if you're using a claw piece on the torque wrench, you want it to be directly to the left or right of the torque wrench. You don't want it to be up or down so it doesn't mess up your torquing. And now you achieved your torque that you want when you hear those 2 clicks. To finish installing the spark plug, all you're going to do is just put the cap back on. All you're going to do is just slide it back on.